Warning: this podcast may contain spoilers as well as coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Steins Gate Zero Ever Weekly. Close enough. So we're bi-weekly and we're going to talk about episodes 3 and 4. I'm joined again by Mozilla Fennekin. How you doing?
Sup, motherfuckers? Merry Christmas.
What?
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, it's Christmas!
It's sunny outside for me. Where am I?
And we're also joined by a ton of bacon.
Hey, this is my first time on any weekly anything.
Don't call it a comeback.
It's the first time on the podcast.
Actually, yeah, this is my first podcast. I record this in the future, or in the past, or whatever timeline I jumped around, because I lost my friend a couple times, and so I'm just here on this podcast.
That's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. That's why I'm here. I'm searching for my next friend.
You're trying to avoid World War III, but you just landed on a podcast. Nice.
I know, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. I should go solve World War III. But anyway, it's so far, because I listened to you guys on like the first and second episodes that you guys did.
Thanks for listening in.
Yeah. I heard you guys. I heard you guys.
One listener.
We got one.
I'm actually a guest. I was like, oh wow, these guys are great.
You should join the squad.
Dude, I should, but I gotta get past Funkmaster Bex. He's very picky.
He is.
Yeah.
But, so what did you think?
What I think so far, okay, here's what's been bothering me. Did Mayuri's chest get bigger?
Shut the fuck up, Bacon! I hate you for saying that.
No, like, I'm being for real.
That's his, one pet peeve, right? That's the one thing he's tired of.
I didn't know.
He's so pissed at people saying that her chest is bigger.
It is! Am I wrong? Here, I'm gonna look it up. I swear to God.
I think this is one of those situations where just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right.
Oh, God.
I don't even think it's correct. I think everyone's fucking crazy.
I like marathoned the episodes. Well, it's not much of a marathon, goodness. I'm just so old, And I remember, I found her picture. Yeah, she's like a solid B cup? I don't know.
C. Probably C.
I'd probably say C. Because I look at her, I'm like, okay, and then I do take account of, the winter coat. It's cold, Christmas, Merry Christmas, party, whatever. But now her chest with all those coats on is as big as the crazy girl with the glasses that appeared in episode 4. And so every time I see her and she's all bundled up, comfy, like Eurocamp, I'm like, what are you stuffing in there? I swear to God, those are bigger. But
probably hopes and dreams.
The dreams of who?
Okabe. She's trying to restore hope with her chest size.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's the only thing that's bothering me. But overall, I'm shooketh because I watched the series way a long time ago. I think 2 years ago, and I didn't do a rewatch, and so I went straight into it. And doing the little blurry flashbacks do help me for once. I'm like, yeah, I remember that because the end of episode 4, as what aired today. Oh, I'm even more shaken up because that crazy bitch was at the door.
Morika?
Yeah, Morika. And she's like, can I come in? The first thing I thought was, no, bitch, bye. No, you're not.
Be gone.
You're
danger.
Yeah, get out of here. Because when you saw those non-flashbacks, I was like, yeah, she's kind of crazy. And you did make out with her at one point. So that was...
Did he? I hope.
I like to assume he did in the first season when he was holding her down.
It depends.
I think he just punched her in the face, but
that's even worse.
It looks pseudo rapey. I think it was supposed to be sus, but it wasn't full on making out. It was just, I think that her neighbors saw and thought they were hooking up, but they were not.
Exactly, because the grandma was like, "Oh gosh, these crazy young couples," and Funny
how
that's the only thing I remember.
Days.
Yeah, kids these days. Back in my day, you had to get married first, but now. But overall, so far, I'm loving what's going on episode 3-4 when now that Kurisu's just his pocket waifu. And
you thought you were watching Steins Gate again, but you're just watching the anime version of her.
Yeah.
The dude just forms a romantic relationship with his computer.
Dude, it hurts because you could really see it starting to really seep into his mind, even being warned. It sucks.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting because they were starting to build on that a lot in episode 3, where he just keeps treating the Kurisu AI as actually Kurisu, and then you could start to see in this episode him start to kind of turn away from her, turn away from relying on her to when he was bringing up how he wants to go find the girl that Suzuha's looking for. I should know her name. But you could see like he's but
wait,
so
sorry, who?
It was that the girl who like Suzuha is looking for. I gotta look.
And she magically appears in the house or in the shrine house of.
Kaguri. Yeah. So but it was cool to see like at first at the episode at the beginning of it he was using like the Kurisu AI to try and like look for hints on how to find her. But then you see later on in the episode how he's starting to rely more on Ferris and Ruka for help on, you know, like, oh, that you guys live around here, like, what should I do about this missing girl who I haven't seen, who I don't know anything about? So it was like a cool, like, subtle way of showing, like, he's trying to not rely on Kurisu AI too much because he knows he's just going to get sucked in deeper. But who knows if that'll work.
I never thought of it that way. I thought he's just trying to cut off time with her as a whole because if I'm counting correctly, Kurisu is calling Okabe more than he's calling her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, I'm not saying like that's like a nagging girlfriend kind of thing.
She does get like that sometimes.
How would I know?
Why did you hang up on me?
Yeah, and I was thinking that's what's probably bothering him in terms of she's so real because it's like a real person, you know. It's not I'm gonna turn on my phone and you're right there, just like that Asuna app, you know. And then of course the funniest part is always when like if you get into an argument with her. You just shut off your phone or swipe left. Like, you're out, you're gone. I'm done talking to you.
I'm gonna delete the app off my phone.
Yeah.
Like, do not mess with me or I'll delete you off my phone.
But I feel sorry for the guy because, you know, he's already catching feelings and it's gonna turn into like, oh, well, the pessimistic side of me is like, dude, like he's gonna start like destroying his phone. Or maybe he's gonna be like real life. He's gonna find a way to have sex with his phone. I don't know. There's a way. There's an app for that.
Stick your dick in the phone.
Oh, dude, no, he'll find a way.
Do not fuck the phone.
Oh, great! It's all sticky. Oh, yeah. You know, that's pretty sure that's what everyone's thinking right now. Like we got sex robots, okay? We got VR. And now we have Amadeus, and so I'm thinking, dude, we're right there. Like, Futurama was way ahead of its time. We're gonna start making out and doing it with robots, and it's gonna be full AIs. Maybe that's what destroys the future, you know? Well, of course that's what destroys the future, but it's...
I'm so glad we've gotten to this point of just, like, we just gotten to the point where we're talking about him fucking the phone.
This is like, both the best and worst episode of the R-Anime podcast.
Also, this also explains the fact why the iPhone took away the headphone jack. There you go! You don't stick anything in there,
God.
You know what I mean?
No!
What?
Oh my god. No.
Aren't you glad I'm here? Like,
I like how you're saying, like, I'm just gonna say what everyone's thinking about how sticky this phone has gotten. Like, it's like, I'm just gonna cover that base before anyone else does.
Well, the thing is, he for sure can't search porn on his phone now, because she's there. Like, she's gonna see the app.
Did she see everything? Does she see everything on his phone? I'm not sure, actually.
Through the camera. Oh, wait.
Ooh.
Everything on his phone.
I don't know, can she?
He has multiple Amadeus programs.
Is this like the worst girlfriend you can imagine? Like, with like a real girlfriend, they don't know everything on your phone, but he gets like no privacy on this one, huh?
That's what I assume. Sure. Like, it'd be funny if he was
That's
cheating
truly
on...
World War III. This is the World War III timeline in which he can't look up lewd shit on his phone because the Kurisu AI is always watching.
And that's why everyone's fighting each other, man. They have so much pent-up stress. They're just fighting each other because they have no privacy to, like, release any anger. You know what I mean? But
that's how World War III starts. We've solved the problem of Steins Gate. And
all this, like, pent-up energy. But anyway...
Anyway, about this show...
Do you have any theories on that redheaded Kurisu 2.0 little girl? Kaguri?
I'm like low-key salty at her design because it's really way too confusing to have her be Mayuri's adopted daughter, but looking just like Kurisu.
You think there's something related to that?
We'll see. Like, we will see.
Do you have any crazy theories? Like, wait, Maz, aren't you playing the visual novel?
Well, I finished it, so I can't have theories. So that's on Maz's turn to have theories.
Oh, you played it? Wait, you already know what's going on. So, I can't ask if I'm right. Dang it.
Yeah, exactly. Dang. See, I'm good at playing dumb because I forgot most of it.
She can neither confirm nor deny.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to have theories.
Nani? Usodayo.
Okay. None. No. Well, the thing is, I was saying this in the first episode, but like, I played the visual novel, I guess close to like a year and a half ago, maybe. I forget the date, but like, the way they can adapt this can go many different ways. So while I know, like, the events of the various routes, I don't really know how they're gonna present it. So I don't actually know, like, I don't know what's gonna happen in next episode. I have a few guesses, but I can't, like, accurately predict it. Like, you could with, like, say, like, a manga adaptation where you know the next chapter. So it's a bit different.
The chapters 5 through 6. Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Speaking of that, apparently what people have been saying is that they're basically, like, flip-flopping the routes in the visual novel so far. Is that true?
That's, like, kind of true. I think, I don't know if this is spoilers. I don't actually know if this counts, but,
no, you're fine.
like, at the beginning of, at the beginning of, episode 4, where he's in that, like, war scenario where he's getting shot at and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Like, they kind of present that as both, like, a dream, but also something that he, like, actually experienced. Like, it could be something, like, he actually experienced, like, in one of the routes. Like, in one of the routes, like, he actually, like, experienced some, like, war shit. But it was also...
it's technically canon.
Yeah, like, that thing was, like... But the way they had it is, like, it was also one of those reading Steiner moments where, like, he's not in the current timeline. He's, experiencing something else completely separate from what he was doing normally. But it's kind of like, he was experiencing that, and then he, like, went back to his current timeline. And it seems like nothing really, started that. Like, there was no catalyst for that jump. But, like, that kind of stuff, like, actually happened.
Thank goodness Mayuri is fine, though.
Save the tutorus.
Like,
yeah,
exactly. I was so worried, like, he ran in there, and you just see everyone just mutilated. I was like, oh god, no!
I get so worried for everyone whenever, like, Okabe is, like, having some PTSD moment, and he's just freaking out. I'm like, no, like, just don't hurt him. Just, like, let him be.
No, he's gonna have a PTSD moment where he goes back to his old self. He just starts laughing. And I'm like, yes, he's back. Which, by the way...
That's what we'd want.
I'm kind of also liking this normie side of him, because he seems like a great guy. And he's got good style. Look at the way he dresses. He's not like a...
He is stylish.
He looks so stylish.
Yeah, I like that. You know, it's all black, but, you know, he's got the tie, blazer.
It's kind of like gray and, like, dark green. Like, the more I look at it, I'm like, it's not too black. It's pretty black, but it's not darker than black. It's just kind of like...
What? I thought fate wasn't here. Why are you making jokes like...
I worked that in normally. You can't hate me for that one.
Yeah, normally.
I actually did want to... I forgot to comment, like, last week about the new character designs, because I actually have kind of mixed feelings about them.
Yeah, the tits, right? Yeah, the tits, right? Yeah, the tits, right? It's like... Okay, go on. Right.
No. But Okabe does look really good. I did like him. I do like his new design a lot.
I like it. I think it fits. But yeah, I feel you on, like, some of the new character designs feel like... Well, I mean...
Did Daru lose weight? Or is he saying he gained?
If anything, he's expanding...
He actually looks fatter to me.
Yeah, I think he's expanding rapidly.
That's what I was thinking too, but I was like, he loses that when he gets married,
suspenders? Right? It's a weird-ass suspenders and shit.
I love
what is he doing?
Nice.
They look weird.
Yeah. He's got the biker gloves. I'm like, God, you're such a weeb.
What is he... Like, what are you doing, Daru? Come on. Like, what are you wearing?
That's why I support his daughter saying, okay, get on this time machine thing. He's like, oh, if I'm going to make it, I don't have to rush it because I'm going to make it. I mean, that's not the point. That's not the point.
Dad, it's like, Dad, World War III is coming. Stop it. Like,
yeah, hurry up.
He's like, oh, it's fine.
Hurry up and
Dad.
Stop shitposting on 4chan.
He's like, stop shitposting and make a time machine.
Start World War III. Oh, dude, one of the things I'm really worried about in the next few episodes, if I'm right or wrong, is, of course, Okabe is gonna see the missing girl. Looks like Christina, and he's gonna, like, obviously freak out, you know? And so that's why... Because that's the thing that's, like, really weird now. He's just surrounded so much by this entity that is, you know, Kurisu in the palm of his hand, and, like, you have a girl that is real life. I feel like he's just gonna start, like, dreaming about her, hallucinating just about her constantly, to the point where he's gonna be, like, asking, like, the Christina in his phone to, like, oh, guys, is there any way we could, like, get this memory of her and, like, download it into this girl or something like that. Or my other theory is that girl is actually Kurisu, but I think that's an android, and they got Armadius and put it into an actual human so that it can expand and grow like an actual human and interact with people. That's my theory. So I think that's her, you know? Like,
that'd be interesting.
Okay, there is definitely something like really weird about this character, which is why I'm actually kind of willing to believe that, because
right?
there was a scene where she pointed the gun at Suzuha and said that she's hearing voices. Like, what?
Yeah, that was sus. That was some suspect shit.
Which is also why I'm kind of saying that when Mayushi drops her off in the time machine with Suzuha, she's had this look on her face that did not at all seem like she was that upset about losing her.
Yeah, you take care of her now. She's crazy.
Yeah, it's your fucking problem, idiot.
You're a burden. It's like, oh, it's for the best, sucker. Get rid of this kid. That'd be pretty dang.
Which is like, that doesn't make sense for Mayuri's character at all, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It's a lot to think about.
I like this headcanon of just, like, her dumping off this brat she doesn't want to deal with because she's a psychopath. She's like, well, maybe she'll be fine in the past.
Well, that's the thing. I feel, Mayuri's for sure going to play a bigger role in this entire thing, it feels like. I mean, look how much she's in the opening and ending. She's the key to all this, right?
I feel like she is, like, the main... Like, the ending, I would argue, is, like, from her perspective. Like, that is her point of view in the ending.
Low-key, she's probably, like, a scientist/spy or some joke, you know?
Yeah, it would be... I don't know if she'd go from cosplayer to, like, mad scientisto, but...
You don't know. Like, what if Tuturu is, like... The
code name?
The code. No, that's the code to like click every android into action. They just start like mowing people down. Can you imagine just like getting mowed down and you just hear Tuturu.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I have so many funny theories. That's why I'm loving this so far, because I'm like, dude, the whole concept of going back in time to stop things. I love that concept. Like, I love time travel, time manipulation, Doctor Strange, that kind of stuff. You know, I love that. But
yeah.
So, and the thing is, we can't really trust anyone because Rintaro is going nuts, and we don't know how everyone's gonna place a role. Like, I'm still like confused on what role the cat girl is supposed to play, other than the fetish, right? Like,
ooh,
right?
Something else you want to talk? What else are we all thinking?
What? Japanese cat girl?
Who's all thinking about a sticky phone situation?
And traps, yeah.
I think it was. Oh, you go ahead. This will be more entertaining.
I don't know. Well, no, I'm drawing a blank. Just the thing is that this entire squad of people, I'm having trouble trying to figure out like who's good and bad. Then again, there's not really a good and bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because we're just trying to stop a war, and everyone else is like, oh, maybe they need to start this war for something else. Maybe making this time machine's a huge mistake. All this, like, there's so many factors that could go into the whole concept of playing with the timeline of something, you know?
Yeah. Because we were kind of talking about it in the first episode, but we were kind of like, I think on opposite ends of, like, the possibilities for this series. Because, we like, on one hand, like, we already know the ending, because we know the ending of the original Steins Gate series. So, like, episode 24 is the ending, one way or another. But we were also saying, like, the in-betweens could be, like, from now until then, or, like, the possibilities are endless, because we don't really know what direction it can go in. So, like, we don't actually know, like, if any of the squad could be responsible for World War III directly. Like, we don't really know what they're up to.
Yeah, I think that... I'm going to speculate that Kagari is, like, the main villain of this whole thing. Of Zero, at least. I really think that she's going to be a villain. Just because with how weird she was acting as a child, and also... She's obviously the guest at Rukako's house, but Ruka does not seem very comfortable with that.
Ruka's, like, the most, shy person, and if they're like, Okabe, like, help me now, and Okabe's like, can we wait? And it's like, no, it cannot wait. And then he hangs up on her.
I just realized that, like, she... And it was... I said she or he, whichever one.
I think it's a he in this timeline.
So we switched timelines. It's a big, but he's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that perspective, that he sees something very, like, weird about this one girl. He knows. And you know, by some act of fate, boom, they're right within arm's reach of every other person within the crew, including the laboratory. So at one point, she's either going to end up in the laboratory, maybe she might end up picking the brain of Daru and be like, hey, what's this? Oh, a time machine. And then she'll like be like, bingo. Then pop, 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 kills Daru right there. Like, I don't know. It's
Imagine you doing the like pop, pop, pop from like that one song. Like the thing goes like I can't make.
Oh no!
Noise. Not that one.
Man's not hot. 2 + 2 is 4. Goddamn.
I just imagine you doing that, even if that wasn't your intention.
Skip pop. She starts rapping. Like, what the hell?
That'd be hysterical if that actually happened.
I'm just waiting for Daru to get lucky with that one girl.
Waiting for him to get with Suzuha's mom.
I don't think I don't think they get married. I think they're not gonna get married. It's just gonna be out of wedlock when they have a kid.
That's the boldest prediction. Also, probably the most unnecessary prediction, but the boldest of like, I don't think they'll actually get married. It'll happen beforehand, but then he's gonna stay with her out of obligation and also World War III.
Yeah, because it's been beaten to his head now by his daughter.
That is kind of freaky if you think about it. That like, hey, this is gonna be like, you're gonna marry her and I will be born. That's kind of freaky to think.
Yeah. So at one point he's gonna either screw up or maybe he wasn't supposed to receive that information. And he was supposed to do it all on his own, which damn straight is impossible to do it on his own to get a girl that hot.
But he's not all alone. He's got his daughter in the future gonna help him. That explains it all. If she was actually just responsible for him getting with her.
True, but then I'd ask her, "How did I do it? How the hell did I do it?"
Won't tell him how to make a time machine. Won't tell him how to get with his waifu. Like, what use does she have anyway?
Yeah, one step at a time, please. I got 2 movie tickets. Like, what movie does she want to see?
But yeah, I think that's like definitely interesting too. It's kind of cool because Steins Gate has always been both a mixture of like, you can't fuck with the past too much because then you're kind of gonna create a time paradox, but also kind of like predetermined events will happen. So they're kind of treating this as like, Daru can't see the time machine because then that might cause a time paradox and he wouldn't know how to make it or something, or like a weird time loop. But at the same time, he's like predetermined to like get married to this chick and have Suzuha. It's a weird mixture of both of them, kind of, if that makes sense.
I think to mess with Suzuha, I would try to name her something differently. That'd be funny as hell. Like, who are you, Suzuha? No, you're Suzu. What? Like, yeah, that's your real name, idiot. Tell me what to do. If you were in charge of like Earth's future between like saving us from World War III or not, you would just be like, nah, I'm gonna troll my daughter. We're done. Like, these are my priorities. I would change one thing. I would change a few things just to mess with people. Like, what's the name of this time machine? It's called Okabe.
I think it's Christina or something.
Yeah, Christina. Like, I would do subtle things to mess with it, not actual things. Because then, the butterfly effect. Like, oh, you crush a fly, and now this doesn't happen. But I just find it crazy how a lot is weighing in on this like time machine. I kind of want to learn more about this time machine as a whole, because I remember when they were talking about in the past. I forgot which episode. The police were after Daru and them. It was episode 4, yeah. The police were after them because of the time machine. So I'm thinking, what do they want to use that for,
Yeah.
Like, do they want to go future, back in time, to kill off anyone? Is there another group we're worried about? I'm surprised there isn't this other group of people that we don't know about that's pulling the strings or kind of knows what's going on. Because it can't be these group of, misfits that are figuring all this out.
Well, they did say that, like, Kurisu's dad, like, had landed in Russia, which was one of the events that happened before World War III.
No, that's fake news. No, there's no Russia. No.
Don't tell Cav that.
Yeah, Russia doesn't exist.
Don't tell Cav that.
No, Cav doesn't exist. Cav's Armadius. He didn't know that.
Whoa. How do we download a Cav app for our phone? That'd be fun.
That'd be the greatest app ever.
Yeah, that would be the best app.
Imagine an our anime podcast app.
I would use Cav saying "Oh God" as like my ringtone or something. It's my favorite.
I would never use the Moz app because it'd be constantly shouting and I'd have to
I'd just be yelling at you.
No, that would also be a good wake up call. Like just Moz
wake
rage.
Wake up, to mother. Oh God, I'm up. And then Fate would just tell terrible jokes, and I'll be like, God damn it, Fate. I'm gonna uninstall this horrible app. I'm kind of hoping if are they gonna have any other characters in the Amadeus program? So far, we just had Kurisu and.
So you just want your waifu to become an AI?
No, I'm not saying that. Like, what if I want Okabe in there? I don't know.
I'd get an Okabe AI. That would be pretty fun.
Thank you. Yeah,
that would be pretty dank. His laugh would be a good ringtone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I feel we're having too much fun as if, like, you know, the end of the world isn't going to happen to these characters and, like, dark shit isn't going down. But I think it's kind of actually, it's kind of cool because we keep, like, having Steins Gate Zero be presented as, like, this super dark series with PTSD and sadness and suffering. And it kind of is, but it also has kind of managed to maintain some of the humor of, like, the first season in a way. Especially with, Lenshikin and his English. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Like,
that guy.
Leskinen is the funniest motherfucker of this whole show right now.
Like, his English just going around. I have that Wintaro.
Japanese maid girl or cat girl.
Oh god, why?
Like, if you guys are, do you guys remember in, like, episode 4 when they're, like, when he's coming downstairs, like, Lenshikin is, like, taking pictures of Ferris in the background while they're all having a good time. I'd like the screenshots of that's good bold moves. And then you got, like, the picture of him when they invite him to the party, and he has, like, the craziest look on his face, like, party hard, yeah? He's my favorite.
I love that Leskinen. He's a guy who's, like, he's weird. Or, like, oh shit, I had a point about this that I wanted to make.
Like all scientists, you know, they're weird, like social situations, you know, but they're geniuses.
It's like he's awkward, but it's not like he's a bad. He's like he doesn't really make anyone uncomfortable, I guess, unless it's just like, you know,
makes Maho have, like, secondhand cringe, but, like, you know, he's not, like, intrusive
he's not a
with
bad
his awkward
person, right?
He's just, like, an awkward. He's how, like, a Western weeb would be showing up in, like, Japan. He'd go around and be like, the cat girls and super sexy Japanese girls, and then it's like, oh no, that's a dude. Like, that's
and
how...
he didn't react negatively to that. He's just like, nice. he
nice.
Stayed smiling. I was like, dude.
He had this look on his face that was just like, oh god damn it.
Oh god.
He's like he's definitely the best girl of Steins Gate Zero, as Lenshikin, just going around saying let's party and calling him Lintharo.
And I do enjoy his company a lot. Like, I really do. It's never a dull moment with him.
I'm really glad that they were able to make a new character, or two new characters rather,
Maho.
that, like, fit so well with the main cast, who I already thought had, like, perfect chemistry. Like, the fact that they were able to extend that was amazing. And the other thing is that about that scene where he calls Ruka the sexiest girl. Like, I think it was really funny because Ruka did actually look really great in that outfit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like that.
What else?
That's the wonderful illusion of anime. You can actually make a guy look like a girl. You can just draw the eyes but differently, and there you go.
Oh yeah, then put this outfit on next. You know. Hey, let's start, like, taking sides. Let's ship those two. Why not? Let's watch the fan base crumble now. Let's start destroying everything. Let's start shipping random people. Who think Maho's gonna go with, huh?
Well, I don't know. They always, like, I feel like the show and, like, Kurisu AI has been shipping her with Okabe since she showed up. Like, from the beginning, she's just like, hey, like, why don't you get on that?
Yeah, give that lingerie to her.
Maho's not gonna go with anyone because anyone that goes with Maho's gonna go to jail. Oh,
but she's legal, haha.
No one believes her. When, like, Mr. Braun's daughter was like, what grade are you in? But she's so genuine about it. Like, not even, like, patronizing. She's just, hey, what grade are you in? Like, I joined 5th grade this year. And she's like, I'm an adult, god damn it. That's like me whenever I get carded. And I'm like, I'm an adult, fuck off.
Hey, that's the same with me. I'm Asian, and if I shave, yeah, I look like I'm in high school. It's yeah, we're used to it.
Bacon, what grade are you in?
We need to have this picture on screen.
Oh god. Wait, hold on.
In the Discord.
Let me click there. What the heck? What?
I don't get it, but I saw it on Twitter.
I'm 21, so drinking is yes. That looks like a dude from Junie Tyson, I swear.
That looks like a character from Hey Arnold. What the hell is that?
It might be Hey Arnold, to be honest.
It's already that tier. Oh my god.
Jeez, these people. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens with the Armadius program, because I think our freaking Rintaro has gotta either ease off it like almost for good because he's gonna catch too much feelings for it, or maybe it might. Because didn't they say the Armadius app it can't really learn, can it? Or can't?
I think it is. I think it is learning.
It is
like learning. I think it's developing.
Oh, it just only has the memories from the point where.
Well, I think it's kind of. That's what I was kind of thinking about, was because the whole like idea of this. I mean, I've read the visual novel, but like it's still an interesting concept of like we're gonna try and make this AI as lifelike as possible and have it has the like memory of the person up until a certain point. But what they're kind of hinting at is like Kurisu and Okabe just like get along so well like naturally that it almost seems like they would fall in love with each other no matter what. Like given a certain point, they would still catch feelings for each other no matter what.
That's why you upload it into an Android, and then there you go. You have what people would argue.
This is literally the plot of Her. Well, the movie Her. This is literally Her.
Because it's that whole argument of like what makes a human. You know, like Armadius could be as human as you want it to be with feelings, emotions, everything else. But then there's a whole concept of, does she have a soul? Does she have a spirit? Okabe, do you sense a spirit and soul in her? And that's why that new redheaded girl felt so weird. You don't see a soul in those eyes for some reason. There wasn't really life in her. That's why I'm sticking to my whole android thing. Like that is Kurisu in an android that's growing. I don't know. Why'd they put her in a little girl? I don't know. Why did Mayuri adopt an android? I don't know. We weren't there in the future, but we'll find out.
I want to know what's going on. Like, yeah, Mayuri had adopted a child. How did that come about? That's interesting.
Hey, do you think Mayuri would make a good mom? She did make a good mom just now. Here, take her. Just take her.
Get rid of it.
I think she'd be a fine mom. She would try her best, at least. You know.
Cosplay the child, yell tutu every morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Mayuri gets shit, but I think she knows how to survive.
Maybe
she's taking care of someone.
Maybe that's why her tits got so big, because she was lactating.
This is not in the present. She's not pregnant.
Oh, whoops. That makes sense.
Maz is like gonna kill you. This is so sad.
What's he gonna do? Take away my scholarship? What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do? There goes your gift. You're not getting your gift now.
Ooh.
I have to be nice to Bacon because he's building my computer.
Oh yes, I'm building a computer, and I have a few.
You're building a time machine for him.
Oh yeah, there's a banana in it. Here you go. You happy?
That's your present from Japan, Maz. He just got you a banana.
A Japanese banana from Rintaro. I'm surprised that there's not a lot of Dr. Pepper drinking so far. They showed it once. And
this is not our timeline. There's no Dr. Pepper.
It's gonna be
only Lenchikin. Yeah, it's probably like diet, like store brand Dr. Pepper.
Probably.
Like, does not count.
It's funny because it was almost as if Daru was offering him a cigarette when he offered a Dr. Pepper, because he was like, "Nah, I don't do that anymore." that's how I took it. I was like, "Come on!" And then Daru, I was waiting for him to capitalize on that. Like, "Come on, man, just a sip, just a sip." And then, bam, we got the old Rintaro back.
That would be great if that was just his trigger to become a mad scientist again. Like, he thought he just needed to get over, like, killing Kurisu, but nah, it was just drinking some Dr. Pepper.
What if, like, his first can or bottle of Dr. Pepper just awakens everything, like, in him? Like, what if it goes that far? What if this entire thing just comes back to just Dr. Pepper? Like, what if this is an ad for Dr. Pepper? Like, the future's being destroyed and you see the logo Dr. Pepper on all the androids and all the policemen uniforms. It's like, oh my god,
pretty dank.
I don't know.
It is for the chosen ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know exactly what happens in the future, but I'm more fascinated on what caused World War III, other than what might cause World War III in our time. You know, I don't want to go that route, but I'm pretty sure there's someone working on it.
Yeah, it's doing something. So, did you have any bold predictions, Maz?
Not predictions exactly, but there is one thing that I wanted to say, kind of in response to, I guess, some comments maybe. I guess one small problem. I don't know if it's a problem per se, but
go on.
like I mentioned that the anime, it seems like it's flip-flopping between routes in the visual novel, and I think it's kind of translated to a bit of a lack of consistency with the story.
Yeah.
Because, like we kind of commented on the last podcast, Moeka showed up in episode 1. She didn't show up again until the end of episode 4, which is weird. But more importantly, I wanted to kind of mention the end of episode 3, where Mayuri was kind of walking away from the rooftop when she saw Okabe and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying that, oh no, Mayuri's upset that Okabe is dating someone else. And I'm like, do you guys not know who this fucking character is? Because that's completely wrong.
Well,
okay?
well, she'd be supportive, right?
And she even said in the episode that he likes someone else.
I mean, she was supportive of Kurisu in the first season, so yeah, of course. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Like, obviously Mayuri loves Okabe, and I would say Okabe loves Mayuri as well. I mean, he did decide that if one of them, if either Kurisu or Mayuri is going to die, or should survive, Mayuri should be the one that gets to survive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mayuri's not some fucking harem character who's just like, oh, Okabe, why won't you look at me, baka?
Yeah.
She's human. Like,
Instead,
most human
it's
out of
just-
everyone.
Instead, it's just Mayuri's upset that Okabe is being a fucking weirdo more than usual, that he's having these really weird problems that can't be fixed by anyone, that because they don't make sense, because, you know, they're all about time travel, and how the fuck is he going to explain that? And also, he's talking to someone constantly, and he's not telling anybody who it is. So it's not a matter of Okabe has a girlfriend. It's Okabe's moving away from me. Okabe doesn't want me around anymore. I am losing my best friend.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know what
she's
she's losing it to.
Yeah. I feel like that's like, I mean, I agree with everything you said. I feel like that's a very like obvious read of this take. Like, I'm kind of confused as to how people are taking it as like, wow, he's into another girl who isn't me. That's like, now I'm upset. Like, it's very clear that like what they're presenting so far is that like Okabe has like is carrying like a huge burden that Mayuri can't understand and is being hid from her. So she feels like she feels like he's shutting her out. And as you said, she's losing her best friend. Like, I feel like that's very obvious. So I'm kind of confused as to how people don't see that.
That just shows that 2D is greater than 3D. Hey!
Exactly. Yeah, I really wanted to be on this episode just so I could say that. I'm kind of disappointed that episode.
I'm glad
4,
you were here to point.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that episode 4 didn't really
I did notice something at the beginning of episode 4 that was kind of confusing, and it was when they like the end of episode 3 ended with Okabe having that like weird reading Steiner PTSD freakout scene where he's like collapsing on the roof,
and
then
she doesn't remember calling Kurisu back.
No, that's in that's in episode 4. This was like he's still freaking out about this at the end of episode 3. The beginning of episode 4 has that like war scene where he's like running through the trenches. Then he wakes up and he like dreamt it all. But then he's back on the roof with Maho, and then they're talking about, like, then they reveal, like, oh, like, he called Kurisu back. So I'm like, how did he get from having, like, a PTSD flashback at the end of episode 3, to then being in a war-torn zone, to waking up from that dream, to then being back on the roof? Like, what is the timeline of, like, that weird in-between dream scene? Like, that's odd. I think that's kind of inconsistent. And that goes back to what you were saying about combining roots.
Or Dr. Pepper. He's having withdrawals. That's how bad it is.
He just needs to drink the Dr. Pepper. But no, I'm glad you said that about Mayuri. I think that's
also,
true.
what happened to Dr. Leskin when he disappeared? Remember that? They were in the
Oh my god, yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought that was the most random thing out of all the episodes. Just like, oh hey, I need to go talk to him. And he goes to a corner, it's all boxes, and I was waiting for him to be like, come out the door and go, hey Taro, come here for a second, but he was just gone. Like, maybe he has a time machine. Maybe he knows. Maybe he's the big mastermind behind all this, and that's why he wants Okabe to talk to Kurisu more, to cause some sort of big thing to happen. So he'd be like, yes, I have all the data now. Now time to kill both of you. I don't know.
I'll be sad if Leskinen's a bad guy because I like him.
He's playing the card of, oh yeah, I'm just the foreigner. I'm actually Russian.
I think that's just a weird vision that Okabe, like, he just imagined seeing him for some
So he's
reason.
still freaking out, like, to this very moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I think he already, I think, I forgot where he was at the time exactly, but I think it was like, it was implied that it was kind of weird that Leskinen would be there in the first place.
Yeah, because he was going, like, Okabe was visiting their college. He was at his own college when he saw him. That was weird.
Yeah, so I think that's why Okabe wanted to follow him.
What the hell?
Yeah. There's a lot of weird shit.
The craziest thing that I heard that someone made a point on Reddit was, when it comes to being insane or insanity, when you're insane, you'll never realize it yourself that you're insane. It's the people around you that will tell you, like, hey, you alright? And then you be like, oh, I'm fine. So what if Okabe's, like, slowly but surely getting more insane every episode of every hour of every day?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not insane.
God!
Oh my god. Yeah, they're kind of hinting at that. I mean, like, it's, if anything, it's like Okabe has always been alone in his struggles, but he could sometimes rely on Kurisu to kind of, like, keep him in check on what's going on. But now he doesn't even really have her to kind of, like, fact check what's going on. So I think he's alone with his struggles now more than ever.
It's all in his head, man. So I'm worried. Like, there's something going on in his head that not even he knows. And it's good. And then who knows? Maybe Mayuri's gonna be the one to be like, Okabe, like, you're not acting like yourself anymore. And then maybe Okabe might turn on Mayuri saying, oh, you're not acting like yourself, and then kills her. I don't know. It's
too far.
Dude, well, I'm still waiting for that one episode number, because that's gonna be the meme. But I'm just waiting for that one episode where things go so wrong, it gets so dark, and then all of a sudden the meme of Steins Gate Zero is, yo, episode this number. You know what I mean? Like, just like how everything is with every other anime. You say an anime, oh my god, episode this number, so bad, right? So that's what I'm waiting for Steins Gate Zero.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, place your bets. What number is it going to be?
0. Yeah, I do think that there's, like, a clear Mayuri route in the original visual novel, and that's, like,
yay.
I believe that the creators of the anime said that they're adapting, like, 2 of the main routes in this anime, and that the Mayuri route is one of them. So yeah, she's definitely going to have I do see her getting a lot more focus. And my theory right now is that the main villain of all this, the real mastermind that's pulling the strings, is that one friend of hers who hugged her in the beginning of episode 3 and called her bride. You fucking bitch! How fucking dare you!
Jesus, he's lost it. Better turn off the app. Okay, I turned off the app. I can't hear him. Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on, it's gotta have a Dr. Pepper. You're not you when you're hungry.
I remember I saw you tweeting about that. I was like, oh yeah, Yuri, let's go. What better way to spice up SG0 with some Yuri chipping?
You're like the antithesis for, like, everything Maz is hoping for in this adaptation. You're like, just keep calling out her boobs and, like, hoping a girl, like, makes out with her, and Maz is just, like, fuming.
Dude, but shouldn't Maz be happy that her chest is bigger? Like, just throwing it out there. Like, what? I never got to hear your full spiel on Mayuri. What do you like about her the most? Before we end this
her
here.
Personality, bacon.
Oh, what's that? Oh, dab. I think we're done here. Hey, thank you. I'll be here till Thursday.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
it's dead now.
That's it. So we're gonna have a link in the description if you want to be a guest and talk
and
about.
Make sure
such
you
things
like,
as...
favorite, and subscribe, and check out our merch store. We don't have a merch store, at least not yet.
I will make a merch store. I'm gonna make some nut on a VCR t-shirts.
Oh,
I think it's got.
No, it's Steins Gate. You got a nut on the cell phone. This is what we're calling.
Nut on the microwave. What's the name of the TVs? What's the name of the TVs that they have, the special ones?
The CRTs.
Yeah, nut on a CRT.
What's that computer that they have to get in order to
IMB.
The IMB. Nut on the IMB.
Yes. So nut on the IMB before you leave. Like, comment, subscribe, and sign up to be a guest for future episodes so you can engage in riveting conversation with us. Like, is he gonna fuck his phone or not?
Dude, he'll find a way. We always, us here in the anime fandom, will always find a way.
And on that note, thank you for listening to us. Have a good night.